These tribes, the Angles, the Saxons, and the Jutes crossed North Sea from what today is Denmark and northern Germany. At that time, the inhabitants of Britain spoke a Celtic language, but most of the Celtic speakers were pushed west and north by the Danes. The Angles became from England, and their language was called English, from which the English originated. Germanic invaders entered Britain on the east and south coast in the 5th century. As you can see in the map, you see the Jutes and the Angles. They went north Britain and the Saxons went south. A short history of the origins and development of English. Old English, 1180. Middle English, 1100 to 1500. And early modern English, from 1500 to 1800. Late modern English, from 1800 to the present. We will start with Old English. As you can see, it's ununderstandable and it's not similar to English today. The invading Germanic tribes spoke similar languages, which in Britain developed into what we know now English, Old English. Old English did not sound or look like English today, as you can see. Half of the most commonly used words in the modern English have Old English roots. The words be, strong, and water, for example, derive from Old English. Old English was spoken until around 1100. Middle English, 1100 to 1500. As you can see, it's a little bit complicated. In 1056, the new conquerors called the Romans brought with them a kind of French, which became the language of the royal court and the ruling and business classes. In the 14th century, English became domination, Britain again, but with many French words added. This language is called Middle English. It would still be difficult for native English speakers to understand. Early modern English, and you can see, as you can see, it's an example. From the 16th century, the British had contacted many peoples from around the world. This and the renaissance of classical learning mean that many new words and phrases entered the language. The invention of printing also meant that there was now a common language in print. Books became cheaper and more people to learn to read. Printing also brought standardization to the English. In the 1704, the first English dictionary was published. The late modern English, 1800 to present. The main difference between the early modern English and late modern English is vocabulary. Late modern English has many more words. And as you can see, the Industrial Revolution and technology created a need for new words. The British Empire at its height covered 1/4 of the Earth's surface, and the English language adopted foreign words from many countries. Varieties of English. Today, American English is particularly influential due to the USA domination and cinemas, television, popular music, trade, and technology, including the internet. There are many other varieties of English around the world, including, for example, Australian English, New Zealand English, Canadian English, South African English, Indian English, and Caribbean English. Thank you very much.